Hi, I'm Linda with this week's Tuesday video tutorial. The theme for this week is New Beginnings, Fresh Start and Goals, and today I'm going to be working with a mixed media piece. I'm altering something for you. For my project today I'm going to be using the Flourishes Trim Die Delight, the Bitty Blossoms Shapeabilities number 2 size. I'm going to be using the Les Papillons number 2 butterflies, the base and the filigree top, and also the standard circles in the small in the numbers 3 and number 5 size. I'm going to be using the inside of a spool you can use one from foil, from cling wrap or Christmas wrap, anything you have lying around the house. I've started by cutting a piece of the Ephemera Papers 1 designed by Susan Lennart-Kasmar for spellbinders to the size of the spool, and also by cutting 2 of the number 3 size and 2 of the number 5 size standard circles. I've used a thick card so the base is firm. I've also cut 1 of the number 3 size in the pattern paper from the Ephemera Papers 1. I've also cut 2 of the size 5 standard circles in the blue, and I have adhered the pattern paper to the base and popped it up together with the smaller one on top with the foam dots to create the top of my project. You don't need one on the bottom so it sits flat, and I have covered each side. Okay, we're going to pop, I'm just going to glue those on and come back and do the centre. I've adhered the circles, the layered circles, to the base and to the top of the spool, and this is what we have so far. While the glue's drying, I'm going to work on the middle piece. And I'm using the Beacon 3-in-1 Advanced Craft Glue, which holds things together beautifully. I've applied some to the flourish, and I'm going to put that on before I add this, just lining it up at the top and the bottom. Alright, now I'm going to trim off any excess on the ends, but I also have used a sanding block just to go over it and vintage it up, give it a worn look. And this is what we have so far. I have found a piece of paper with a tape measure on it in the pack, so I have glued that across the middle as well. To prepare my embellishments, I've cut 3 of the Bitty Blossoms, and I will link to a tutorial on how to make these flowers in my post. I have added some colour to the edges with the Imagine Crafts Versacolouring Petal Pink. I've just sponged it around the edge using a dauber. I've done this on each of these flowers, and then I have sprayed them with the Fireworks in Angel Pink to give me 3 finished flowers here. For my butterfly, I have sponged just quickly over it. I don't want solid colour, I just want some colour underneath and just quickly on the top, just to give a hint of colour. And I am adding some shimmer, and I'll let that dry before adding the roses. I have layered the filigree butterfly onto the base using glue, and now I'm just going to pop some glue onto the rose and let that set while the shimmer dries as well. So I'm going to put that aside, and my last embellishment is I've cut a little lace flower out from a piece of lace that I've got and popped on a button, put one of the Wanna Scrap pearls on it and added some shimmer around it to give a nostalgic feel to this embellishment. Using some of the Memento Espresso Truffle, I'm just going to sponge around the edges to add to the vintage feel on the top and the bottom layer, using one of the jumbo daubers. Alright, that's enough, we don't want to go overboard. And I'm going to use some of the scrapbook adhesives by 3L Tape Runner to the paper and apply it to the tube. Just tuck in where I've gone over. Alright, and here we go, just fitting it around. Keeping it even. I will just add that when you're adding your paper around it, hold it firm as you add it so you don't get any bubbles. And we're just going to add a few embellishments to finish off this project. It's something that's easy and just takes a few little things to alter this roll and make it vintage and nostalgic. I'm going to add some glue and going to glue on the embellishment. To the top of the flourish trim, and also the roses to the bottom. Sorry, I'll add the glue to the roses, it'll make it easier. Right, popping the bitty blossoms down the bottom and just holding them for a second so that glue can take. And here is our altered spool. I'm going to finish off by adding some of the Wonder Scrap Swirls Finesse in the cream. Show you around the effect that we've got here. While you weren't looking, I decided to pop on a piece of lace around the centre, and I've also added some of the Wonder Scrap pearls to the base and popping them on the top here to finish off. And here you have one altered spool. I hope that you're inspired today to use your Spellbinders dies for mixed media work, for embellishing. Make your own embellishments, don't rely on what you can buy, they're perfect for it. Thank you for stopping by.